So today is just technique session. We might do one more set after this, a little bit heavier, but there's no need to. I'm happy to do a couple of sets here to make sure it's feeling good. But that'll be now your benchmark. 200 kg from this height to start building on each week. Welcome back to another training session with IFBB Pro Aaron Polites. Today we're going through deadlifts as part of his high frequency, low volume training split focusing on his chest and back development. Now it may sound surprising to you that Aaron hasn't deadlifted or rack pulled in over 3 years since sustaining an injury to his obliques 3 years ago while he was deadlifting. So it's really important for us today to be focusing on developing his technique and helping to improve his coordination and confidence with deadlifts to allow him to lift as much weight as safely as possible. So you're going to see all the different cues that I use to help coach Aaron through the specifics of the deadlift to get him lifting as much weight as humanly possible, as safely as possible, so he can reintegrate the deadlift back into his routines. If you're enjoying this episode, make sure you check out my membership website, where you're going to get full access to all of my private training sessions, lectures, workshops, training vlogs, exercise library, and much more from myself and some of the greatest minds in the bodybuilding, powerlifting, and sports performance worlds. Check out the description where I'm going to leave a link below where you can get access to a 7-day free trial and you can cancel anytime. But for now, let's get into the session.
Man, I haven't deadlifted in.
I know, it's been a while. I'm sure it's been a while for you. So
probably
we're going to
3 years, 2.5 years.
We're going to take it pretty cruisy, but we've got to work with making sure you deadlift in a way that's not going to jack up your lower back and in a way that's not going to have any negative effects, if possible, on the midsection. Like it shouldn't. The whole deadlifts expands your waist. It's not. I don't think it's really a thing at all. Yeah. It's more so to do with the whole vacuum training like we were doing yesterday. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that if you deadlift, you're going to have a big waist. It's more so about what have you lost in terms of strength. Yeah,
which could come with atrophy or older age.
Yeah. So the big thing, let me chop this down. The big thing, this is my bro science to it. I don't know if it's actually true or not, but you got your diaphragm here, and that's what you suck in when you. That's what we did when you exhale yesterday. It sucks up, and that will give you that smaller waist. If you don't train that enough and doesn't know how to expand up properly, then it'll just stay down all the time. That's where everything else starts to billow out. Yeah. You know when you can sort of push your belly out and give yourself a big gut? Yeah. That's partly because you know how to push your diaphragm down, which expands your guts, which is actually a really good thing. You should be able to have that skill.
I can do that.
Yeah. And you should also have the reverse of the skill as well.
Yeah.
The sort of same as you can bring your arm across here and flex your chest, but can you bring your arm all the way back behind you and fully stretch it out? Some people can't. Yeah. It's the same thing here. You have a muscle here that can contract all the way down and blow you out, but it can't stretch all the way up. The stretching all the way up is what we have to train with you with the vacuum. Yeah. And proper breathing when you're deadlifting as well. We've got to make sure we've got the right mechanical setup. Yeah. So we're going to play with an elevation for now. We're going to play a few different grips as well. But long term, there's no reason. I would say for you probably want to be pulling more from the floor in general. One thing, you're a shorter guy like me, we can get away with it. But also this would then become part of a leg day, which counts as a lower body day, but it actually is a back day. So super lightweight. Just show me what you're currently doing so I can start to work with some of your technique. Cool. Do 5 or 6 for me. Good, one more rep. Okay, not bad, not bad. Weight's obviously super easy for you, and it feels okay. First observation is you're lifting like a bodybuilder, which is, it's because you are a bodybuilder, and you're doing a lot of lat cranking. We want to change things around a little bit, and by changing this, it'll look less like a bodybuilder pull, but it will be more in your back. You will feel more through your lats. That's going to be our focus. So the first thing I want you to do is we're going to be adjusting your midsection
positioning. Okay, so I want you to position your rib cage right down over your, So don't suck in your abs like you're trying to do a vacuum, just try to pull this down like you're doing a crunch. And you'll feel like you kind of round it out as you do that. Now, before you grab on, I want you to, keeping that positioning, try to engage your lats as much as possible, like a stiff arm pull down, without losing that at all.
Yeah.
Because typically when we do stiff arm pull downs, you'll want to lift your chest up.
Yeah.
Avoid that, but try to crank back. Okay?
Yep.
Let's start with that. So pinch in those 2 spots. Good. Okay. Go again. Perfect. Cool. All right. How did that feel?
My lower back hurt a little bit at the end.
On that last hold?
Maybe I was holding it up so long, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. What kind of hurt?
Just as I lowered it.
As you bring it down on the last one. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try. How loose is that belt? Make it a little bit 1 notch looser for me. Even go 2 notches looser and put it up higher for me. So not on your lower back. Get it above your belly button. Okay, so now you've got a little bit of space there. What I want you to do is when you inhale, when you breathe in, I want you to try to push and tighten the belt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I can make it tight now.
Yeah, and then exhale, relax, and it should sort of loosen off a little bit. Then inhale and tighten the belt.
Yep.
Good.
And keep it like that tight when I'm doing the lift.
Yeah. So now your
so
next...
I sort of poke the stomach out a little bit and
poke the stomach,
tighten everything up.
And also think about, like that stomach, try to think about the sides pulling out as well. So try to do that and just now standing here breathing. Try to breathe into the sides of that belt to make it tight.
That's it there.
Yep. It'll take a little bit of getting used to, and then relax, breathe. Try it again, just take a deep breath in, fill into, tighten up the belt. That's a bit better.
I feel like I'm poking my stomach out.
You are, you're meant to, you're meant to. Trust
I
me.
just had a big footlong in Subway too. And 3 cookies.
You're not meant to do that. You're meant to be fucking dieting, Aaron. You're meant to be dieting.
Yeah.
But I want you, with those 2 positions over each other, and then fill out your belt. Make your belt as tight as possible.
If I suck in, the weight I can all fall down.
If you're sucking good, that's what you want. So put it back in. I don't want it to fall. That will tell you that you're getting your diaphragm engaged properly, and you're using your TVA and your obliques as well to really engage everything around your spine. So this is there not to protect your back anymore. Now it's here as a proprioceptive cue for you to engage your core.
Yeah.
Okay, same setup again. Just make sure the belt doesn't move.
No, it won't. If I keep it pushed out.
Keep it pushed out and make sure you breathe still. Okay, deep breath, ideally just through your nose to really inflate into your midsection. There you go, that's better. Again. Good. And don't forget those lats. Just think stiff arm pull down. Better, good. 2 more. Awesome, done. How's that one?
Yeah, it's better.
That moves
Actually,
a lot
my
better.
lower back felt better that time.
Yeah. Now you have your
Silly,
muscles.
But my lower back
it looks
feels
weird.
better with it belt up higher.
Yeah. The mistake people make when they wear belts is they put it around their lower back thinking, oh, the belt's gonna help sort of hug me and protect me from my lower back like a Band-Aid. That's not what it's there for. The belt should be there for you to push your abs into, for you to push your diaphragm into. But your big thing will be keep it loose to the point where if you suck in, you'll lose it. Yeah. This is different to trying to use it as an aesthetics trainer. So there are 2 different ways to use the belt. When we're lifting heavy weights or trying to get your lats as big as possible, you want your diaphragm pushing out. Remember, the more you can push out, the more you will be able to suck in as well. You will have control over both. A mistake that bodybuilders make is they think, I've always got to suck in, and then they lose their strength on their pulling and they hurt their back.
It feels weird, I've never tensed my abs down and then
cranked.
lifted, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get your lats on more, and that's how you're going to support your lower back. Your lats will protect you the most. So the healthiest spine will be one that has the biggest lats as well.
Yeah.
Which is what we want to do. Let's do the exact same thing again, and then I want to make a couple more adjustments. fill in, perfect. So take your time down there to take that breath in, fill into the belt. Yeah, good, and then crank up, push, go one more. Awesome, perfect. Good, okay.
We're at the bottom. Does it work if I sort of pull the bar that way?
Yeah.
The lights come on.
Yeah.
And then I sort of pull them a little bit like that, so they're on, and then pull up.
I want you to. That's what I want you thinking about. Is taking that slack out.
Almost like doing a rope.
Think doing a stiff arm pull down. Think about doing a stiff arm pull down. A useful teaching cue is if you have to say this empty bar. If I shift my weight forwards, like I'm on my toes now, and I bend forwards, the bar's out here. So I have to pull in. Yeah. That's where you should be the entire time, and then obviously back on your heels when you're lifting. So think about driving that as far back as you can into your body. That's why I wear shin pads when I'm deadlifting.
Yeah.
Because it digs into your shins. That's part of the goal there. So the next thing I want you to think about in this next set is flex your triceps, and then also stiff arm pull down for the lats, or pull that bar back into you. We should get even more out of your lats that way.
On the way up,
set it from the start, and then don't let it go.
Yeah.
You shouldn't let it go at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better, much better. Flex the triceps, set the lats, push. Perfect. Perfect. Good, good belt filling. Do it again, 2 more. Nice. Last one. Fill. Awesome. Okay. Good. I like that. Like your upper body's in a really good position.
Yeah.
No matter what grip you use, like whether it's wider, narrow, whatever, always think about that inflation and then the triceps and lats.
Yeah.
That's perfect for you. Don't really change that at all now. Now we can move to the legs and get your glutes and your hamstrings driving more.
Yeah.
To be the next part of it. So here's how we get your legs on. Don't worry about that for now, just stand up straight. You've got shoes on, but what I want you to do in your shoes is lift all your toes up off the ground. And you see what happens with my foot when I do that? My feet sort of lift up into an arch. You should now start to think about the ball of your foot, the pinky ball of your foot, and your heel. Those 3 spots drive into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you'll place your toes on the ground without losing those 3 landmarks.
Yeah.
Try to screw your feet inwards to each other, like your heels in together and your toes turning out.
That way or that way?
Other way, other way. So heels together, toes out. And then try to think about spreading out into the splits.
Yeah.
And you probably already start to feel there stuff happening through your legs.
My glutes are coming on.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what you want to be setting yourself up with, and then you'll be squatting down and pushing up. Whenever you do a leg press or squat or deadlift, that should be your focus. Yeah. Create that arch, 3 spots, degree of twisting, degree of spreading, and then up to you. Like I like to grip my toes in once I do that. Some people don't. That's your own personal thing. Oh, you can keep them like just relaxed, or actually screw down like that. Up to you. Like you'll find what works best for you. But the big key.
I never really think about it.
Most people don't. That's because they're in shoes.
Yeah.
But if at least what you think about is those 3 spots: ball, pinky ball, heel, and a degree of twisting, a degree of spreading. You'll be able to naturally find what's best for you from there. So let's try that out. Step into the bar. Before you lift, set your feet up. Once your feet and you feel your glutes engaged, then do your breath into the belt. Yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. Push up. Nice. 2 more. Good. 1 more.
There's a lot of cues to remember there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay. And the first couple of times I did it, I forgot to pull my lats back. And then the last couple, I had it all synchronized, you know.
Yeah.
And one more question: when so after I set my feet and I pull my lats back, after that point, do I act like my hands are hooks and then drive up with my legs until my body just rips it up?
Exactly. From there, like once
if I've got no hands, I've just hooked them on and gone bang.
Pretty much. Once you've done the breath and you've done this with your arms, nothing here moves, nothing here changes.
Just drive up with your legs and
it's legs. You are jumping, you're standing up,
and
you're
once
pushing
you've got
away.
Pulled up to Retract back or just sit up? No.
Stay there. Don't, because it's like if the girl's doing, see the girls doing the hip thrust at the top of their squat.
Yeah.
They come up, they squat, and then they do that. There's no weight that they're working against at that point.
Because it's moving on a horizontal plane.
Yeah. Same deal here. The weight's there. You're not really doing anything at that point. That's a hard thing. That's where I said at the start, you were deadlifting like a bodybuilder, which is what I did is always I would go crank like this, almost a row with the deadlift.
Yeah.
And what you end up doing is you actually increase the range of motion that the bar's got to travel in, which makes you weaker.
Yeah.
And you wind up not being able to lift as much weight. You're more vulnerable. You're not targeting more muscle.
Yeah. Probably feels heavier too, the way
it feels heavier. And like you might feel it more in your lats, but like if you do this right now, I can feel my lats. Big whoop.
Yeah, if you got that, yeah.
Doesn't mean you're actually loading them at all. This is actually loading it. Yeah. Let's go again. So I'll talk you through it. We'll start with the feet. Step into the bar. Get those 3 spots. Then screw in and flare out. You should feel the glutes, quads engage.
So it's that way, isn't it?
Other way.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So spread toes that way, out to the sides. Yeah. Perfect. Then breath and lats. Push up. Good. And again. Perfect. Get those feet set, strong. Push away. Beautiful. Good. One tiny thing I want you to change is taking more of the slack out of the bar before we lift it off. So you'll hear when I pull the bar up, that little click.
Yeah, pull it up.
Just get rid of that click.
Set that, yeah.
Yes, but also use that click. So right now there's 60 kilos on the bar. I'm pulling with say 59 kilos of pressure, and then I'll pull myself into position. So I use that as a lever point to get myself in tight, and then I push away.
Yeah. From the bar at the top position and...
Yeah. Make sure you do that before every single rep, and you'll feel a much stronger breast and probably able to get more leg drive as well.
Because it gives you a bit of a shock if you don't.
Yes, yeah.
Half a millimeter shock.
Yeah, and we don't want that. Yeah. Like we don't want that with this weight, we don't want that with 5 plates.
Yeah.
Just do 2 like that, and then we'll chuck some more weight on. Breath, feet, and slack. Better, nice and quiet.
That felt better.
Yeah. Take it out, don't forget the feet, then push away. Nice, that's it. Perfect.
It's quiet, all right.
Perfect, yeah. You want that. Take your time, feet first. Good. Okay. Did you feel that last one? You lost the slack, you jerked it.
Yeah.
You can because it's light, but I want you to practice that technique because it won't be light for long. Try something for me. Just stand there, set yourself up again for your midsection, and breathe into that belt. You got light crunch. Pull your shoulder blades back, and then try to drop down, reverse shrug, without keep your shoulder blades back, and then drop down. Now pinch this in towards your sides. Draw your arms in. If your lats a lot there, you do that on both sides.
Yeah.
I want that the entire time when you're doing this, and that will be your reset point at the top. So make sure your lats are doing the right thing. That's the top of the deadlift.
So it's almost like you're tensing down and sort of crushing
down almost.
The lats, the tries are pushing the lats in.
Yes.
And forcing them to bulge backwards a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So feet, turn the toes outwards, belt, and then slack, push up. There, lats, awesome, down. Good, reset everything. Feet, belt, slack, push, lats, awesome. One more, do one more, it's perfect. Feet, belt, slack, lats. Done, good.
Oh, I can really feel it at the top.
Excellent. So today is just technique session. We're gonna we might do one more set after this, a little bit heavier, but there's no need to. I'm happy to do a couple of sets here to make sure it's feeling good. But that'll be now your benchmark. 200 kg from this height to start building on each week. Before you jump in and stand up for a sec, just give yourself a couple of breaths into your belt again, just to help remind yourself. Because now you've done a lot of work, it's easy to forget and make little steps in the wrong direction or back to your usual habits. Just reset it, and then when you're ready, let's get into it. Screw those feet in super tight. Make sure you're shoving your legs out to the sides of the room. Push away. Good, man. Good. Feet, belt. Don't forget those two. Feet, belt, slack, push. Good. One more. Feet, belt, slack, lats. Perfect. Good. You rushed the first one.
Huh?
You rushed that first one, man. Still moved well.
Yeah.
You rushed it. That first one could have felt a bit easier.
Should we try 5 to see what it feels like, or?
Don't put me in that position, man, because I'm going to say yes. Don't. Don't. Please just go 3. Get your feet, belt, slack, lats. Beautiful. Down. Again. Feet, belt, slack, lats. Push. Awesome. Last one. Take your time. Feet, belt, slack, lats. Excellent. You had 5 there.
Huh?
You had 5 there.
I felt 10% better.
You had 5 there. Cool. Nice. All right.
I think that time I was not so focused on the cues that I tried to focus a little bit more on power.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like before I was so focused on the cues that I started lifting without even thinking about how much power I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why.
Sounds silly, but like you're focusing so much on the cues that you forget to power off the floor.
Mm-hmm. That's why we can't be using anywhere close to a true max for you at the moment, because you still need it. You can't.
Because they're not coming naturally.
Yeah. But literally, you're very coordinated. You're an athlete. You'll pick this up faster than most people. So it will be 2 weeks. You'll go in blind and lift it, and then you can get aggressive. And that's where you'll chuck on a plate each workout.
I guess you'll probably get to the point where as soon as you go to the bar, all at once you go. Everything just pinches in one thing.
Yeah.
You set your whole body and then explode, you know? You won't even need to do it in a 1, 2, 3, 4 sequence. You can just be like up.
There should just be one thing.
Yeah. It'd be good, how I explained it, I explained some of the stuff you say to my clients. It'd be good if you had it so much of a natural movement, where say you're right-footed and I push you to train you to use your left foot, and by accident we retrain your motor patterns to use the left, which means it comes by
instinct.
Have it that good, have that down pat.
Look, all the top powerlifters that I learned from the different coaches, they always prioritize technique, and they're the guys lifting the absolute heaviest weights possible, best in the world. They're focusing on the technique, not on getting aggressive or powering it up, because they know if the technique is perfect and it's a habit, it will float up at that point.
I think that's why I used to injure myself so much, because it was just pure aggression.
Yeah.
And I like being aggressive with training. Like that. I'd get the aggression down pat, and then I wouldn't, no cues, just rip it off the floor, and something was in the wrong position.
Yeah.
And then I'd just hurt myself all the time.
That's the issue, because unfortunately there is no room for that if you're a professional athlete.
Yeah.
You want to get aggressive, go punch someone. Do that instead.
Yeah.
Go knock someone out. I'll allow that. All right. This set is obviously half the weights.
Yeah.
I want you to grab the bar around here.
Okay.